In today's video, we're painting this little winter robin in Procreate using digital gouache. I'll show you how to layer the colors, build up soft textures, and create that painterly feel. This is a simple and relaxing tutorial, and this is perfect for beginners. So if this is something that piques your interest, please keep on watching. Hello and welcome to Color with Kendi. On this channel, we paint digital watercolor and gouache, and I guide you through the steps. For this video, I'm using a bunch of different supplies, and if you're interested in using the same supplies as me, you can find them in the link in the description as well as a pinned comment. Let's begin. So the first thing I'm going to do is open up the canvas that I'm using today. This is a medium-sized canvas from the Messy Gouache set. That's the set I'm going to be using today. It has a really simple paper texture, not too much. So the first thing I'm going to do is import the traceable as well as the color palette and the rough color map, which you can find on Patreon for free. So I'm just going to tap on the layers panel. I'm going to turn off this layer by unchecking the checkbox, and then I'm going to tap right up at the top because that's where I like to import all of the files. And I'm just going to tap on the wrench icon to open up the actions menu, then tap on add, and then I will tap on insert a photo. Okay, so I've inserted all of the files. I'm just going to move this off to the side. So basically there's a rough color map that kind of gives you an indication of where all the colors need to go. I'm going to turn that layer off. Now we have the color palette. Feel free to use any colors of your choice, but these are the ones that I'm going to be using. And then there is the traceable. So you can keep the line art if you'd like, but for today, I'm not going to be using the line art. So I'm just using this traceable as a guide. So go to the layer that has the traceable, tap on N, and then reduce the opacity. And let's start painting. So we're just going to tap on the paint here layer. And the first thing I'm going to do is color in the background. So I'm just going to select this color right here. I'm going to press and hold on it to select it. And then let's select a brush. So I'm going to go to the brush library, and I want the background to have a little bit of texture and a little bit of dryness. So I'm going to go with a slightly drier looking brush. So I'm going to go with brush number 28, which is a dual color brush. So it's a dual color dry brush. So whenever you have a dual color brush, that means you need to select two colors. So I'm just going to tap on the colors menu, and I'm in disc mode, and there are two colors up at the top. There's the color that I just selected, and then there's that pink. I don't want pink to be my second color. I actually want it to be different. So I'm just going to tap on that pink. Then I'm going to grab and hold the second color that we have in the color palette. And now we have two colors. One's a little bit lighter, one's a little bit dark. I'm just going to start to apply the pigment, and I'm not trying to be perfect. So apply light pressure and you will get an interesting texture. If you apply really heavy pressure like this, you won't get much texture. If you want more texture and that painterly vibe, use lighter pressure. So now we can move on to the next step. Okay, so let's bring back the layers panel. Let's bring back that traceable and maybe increase the opacity just a little bit. Now I think we can move on to painting the bird, and I want to do this in a different layer. And now I'm going to select a brush. So just tap on the brush library. For the bird's body, I want a brush that doesn't have too much texture for the main part of the body. We can add the texture later on. So we want something that has minimal texture. So I'm going to go up and I'm going to select this brush here. Brush number 16, it's a thick paintbrush, so it goes well with our background, which is also quite thick looking, but it doesn't have too much texture. And it is a dual color brush again, so select the second color. So I'm going to start to paint in the yellow part. Oops, it's way too big. So size 35. So I'm just going to use light pressure on the edges so that there's a little bit of texture on the edges. And then I'm just going to paint in that yellow portion using multiple strokes. And in some areas, I'll use a little heavier pressure. Do you see there's a little color variation? So now let's move on to the next color. This with light pressure on the edges and a little overlap here. We're going to smudge a little bit of this out. And just going to add a hint of that lighter brown right here with multiple strokes. Okay, so the base colors are done, and now let's do a little bit of smudging. What I'm going to do is I'm going to merge all of the layers together. So now the bird's body is on one layer. Now let's go to the smudge tool. And what I want to do is some gentle smudging. And for this, I want to use smudger number 8. I'm just going to go into where we have that orange and bring it in a little bit into the yellow. And very lightly. So I'm starting from the orange and I'm bringing the pigment down. So I'm happy with that. Now let's move on to the next step where we're going to add more color variation and more details. I'm going to do this in a different layer. As you know, every step, create a new layer. And before I start adding more details, I want to add in the beak as well as the eye, because I feel like without that, this bird is just not popping for me. So let's do that. So I'm going to use brush 47. As you can tell, it does not have that much texture. So this still has some texture, still has a little bit of the painterly vibe. And create a little tiny highlight right there. Okay, so now let's move on to the bird's feet. Let's paint that in. Let's do the base color as well as that little shadow at the bottom. Let's do those two things. And I'm going to use the same color I used for the beak. So I'm just going to grab that color. And then I'm going to go back to brush 47, the one that we used for the eye. And I'm happy with these two colors. So I'm just going to paint that in. And then paint this in. Okay, so I'm happy with that. And we will add a little bit more texture later on to that. And let's just do that shadow. So I'm going to do that in a different layer. Now the shadow needs to be behind the feet. And for the shadow, basically you want a color that's a little bit darker than the background. So I'm just going to select the background color. And then I'm going to go darker. So I'm just going to go down at a diagonal. And then for the second color, I'm just going to tap on it. And I'm going to go to history, that color that we had, the blue. And I'm just going to go a little bit further down. I'm thinking, I want it to look somewhat dry, but not too dry. I think this one's a nice balance. Brush number 20. It is a thick paint brush. And depending on how much pressure I apply, it will look like that. But I think the color is a little bit too dark. So I'm just going to lighten it up a notch. Yeah, that's nice. And I'm going to go down in size a bit and let's fill that in. Let's create that shadow. So I'm going to do this in a new layer. So let's go to layers panel and tap on plus. And I'll call this snow and stars. And for this, I want more texture. I don't want to use the detail brush that we used originally, which was brush 47. So this one does not have enough texture for what I'm going for. I want more. So I'm going to use brush 49. This is a bit more grungy. As you can tell, it has more texture, especially when you use light pressure. So I kind of want that. So the other thing I want to do now that we have done the stars is to add a little bit more white to that background. Let's go to that layer where we have our background. And let's tap on plus and add a little bit more texture on top of this. So I'm going to do this with white and let's see. There are many different options. I'm going to try brush number 42 to see how I feel about it. And this is a dual color brush as well. I already have white selected for both, so I'm happy with that. And I'm going to go up in size. So I'm going to go to size 100 and with very light pressure, I'm applying a little bit of pigment here. Do you see? Very light pressure. It's going to add a little bit more visual interest and color variation to the background. Now I'm going to go to layers panel and I'm going to tap on where we had that bird body was the name of the layer. And then I'm going to tap on plus and create another layer on top of it. So this is where we're going to add some more color variation. So I'm just going to call it color variation bird. And let's add more texture, more color variation. So let's start with the yellow part of the body. Select brush number 42, which we used before for the background. And I'm just going to go down in size a little bit and add a hint of a shadow with very light pressure, like that. Now, I think what I want to do with this part of the wing is make it a bit darker. So I'm going to use heavier pressure now. You can continue to add more color variation if you'd like, but I think I'm going to stop there. And what I want to do now is add some details, some line work. For the line work, I like to use one of the detail brushes because you have a lot more control. You can use some of the pencils as well at the beginning of the set, brush number 1 or 2, but I am going to pick, let's see, Dual Color Dry Detail. I really like this brush for line work, so I'm going to pick this one. It's a little bit dry, not too grungy. And let's see. So a little bit right here, just to give it a bit more definition. And then I'm just going to add a few lines like here to indicate the feathers. We're not going to add too many, just a few. I will make them curves like that. There we go. Like that. And then a few lines like that. Yeah, I like that far better. So now I can add a little bit of a highlight. So I do want to add little hints of white here and there on the bird. So I'm going to do this in another layer and just call this white highlights. So I'm going to go to the color menu, double tap on white, and do that again. So now both my colors are white. And let's see, I'm going to add my highlights with brush 41. Very similar to brush 42, has a little bit of that texture. And I'm just going to add a hint of white, just to indicate that maybe there's a little bit of snow on the bird. Just going to add it here and there, and maybe a little bit here, like that. But I don't want it to be too intense. So what I'm going to do is reduce the opacity. So I'm going to tap on N and reduce the opacity. There we go. I am done. I think I'm done. The only thing that I'd like to do is maybe for the background, add a little bit of a darker color on the edges, kind of like a vignette. So let's go to that background layer that we had right here. I'm going to tap on plus, and I'm going to make this a clipping mask because I want that vignette to stay within the bounds of what we've already painted. So whenever you want that to happen, when you're painting in a layer and you just want it to stay within the shape you've already painted before, just use a clipping mask. So I'm going to tap on clipping mask. So I have a layer right above my background and it is a clipping mask. And I'm going to grab this color right here, make it darker, and let's see. Maybe I'll use brush 41 again and go up in size and make it a little bit darker on the edges like that. You see, kind of like a vignette. So now let's zoom in and have a look at what we made together. So I think the background is really where the brushes shine for this one. And we have this nice shadow. We have all this detail on the bird. It's not a lot, but it's enough to give it that feeling that we have feathers. And I really love the background. I think the background is my favorite part of this. So yeah, I really enjoyed making this and I hope you enjoyed this too. If you have any questions, you can let me know in the comments or send me a message on Patreon or send me an email. Thank you very much for watching and I will see you in the next video. Bye!